दुनिया आपको बताएगी, सोसाइटी, इंडस्ट्री वाले आपको बताएंगे आपको क्या करना चाहिए, नहीं करना चाहिए, बट डेफिनेटली वो सुनना चाहिए। बट एट द एंड ऑफ इट, इट इज योर लाइफ। जब ऑल दीज मटेरियल्स नहीं होते हैं, तब इज व्हेन यू हैव टू हाथ पैर मार के कि जितना भी है आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन या मटेरियल, तो आप वो उससे अब ग्रो करते हो।
This mindset has done a major disservice to sci-fi as a genre, because the benchmark for sci-fi are these blockbuster Hollywood films. So everybody in India, the moment you give them a sci-fi, they'll feel ki itna best, like, how would, and so it becomes justifiable when producers say no to a sci-fi, because they're so scared that, and then when you will do it on low budget, you're worried about the production quality.
There were times where I was hardly making any money, and in fact जो भी projects हो रहे थे, they weren't the kind of projects जहाँ से you can buy what you want and travel how you want, but it is what you make peace with. You have to choose. Everybody has their own set of struggles. If you give me the option that would I be want to be born as a star kid, the answer is no. I am very happy with my journey, and unki bhi struggle, just because they don't talk about it. What they go through, I am pretty sure is not easy. I saw Gunjan Saxena and Janvi is so lovely in it. तो मैं जबरदस्ती हम नेगेटिविटी क्यों फैलाएं? ले प्यार फैलाओ यार, पॉजिटिविटी सपोर्ट करो सबको.
Welcoming the cast of Cargo and of course the director here on Pink Pillar. Thank you so much for talking to us. Shweta, tell me, what was your first reaction? In fact, were you also as surprised as I am after watching the movie, of course, but when the script came to you, what was your first reaction like?
तो क्या होता है कि जब आपके पास कुछ इतना अलग आता है, यू डोंट नो हाउ टू रिएक्ट. वो तब आपकी जो गट या इंस्टिंक्ट होती है, that takes all the decisions कि आपको करना है, कैसे करना है. And once you decide that this is a relationship that you want to start, then there's no looking back. Then just like a relationship, you give your time, your effort, your trust, faith, everything to the project, and also the people involved. And I think if the heart is in the right place, no matter what you do in life, चाहे फिल्म बना रहे हो या फिर आप कुछ और कर रहे हो personal या professional life में, if your heart is in the right place, your intentions are right, then eventually things will fall into place. And like Aarti was saying that there were so many festivals that we were going to go to, like including South by Southwest, and our tickets were booked, our clothes were sorted, Aarti ने अपने बाल भी color कराए थे, and then suddenly because of the lockdown, हम जा नहीं पाए. But this right now, today, what we are doing, speaking to you guys who have seen the film and who have such important and valid questions, कहीं ना कहीं हमें लगता है कि yes, we could not travel the world with it, but at least our film will travel the world and it will be seen in different parts of the world. So I think that gut and instinct is very very important, and दुनिया आपको बताएगी, सोसाइटी, इंडस्ट्री वाले आपको बताएंगे आपको क्या करना चाहिए, नहीं करना चाहिए, but definitely वो सुनना चाहिए. But at the end of it, it is your life, and the choices that you make are yours. And when you sleep at night, you should be happy about where you are in life.
Like I mentioned, I think even before we started recording, that your vision is very different, Aarti. I have to agree, I have to admit that as well, because this is a fantasy world no one thought of it, at least in our country, no one thought of. I never thought that the stories we have all grown up watching, or we just use it as a joke at times, कि हर जन्म में तुम्हारा ये होगा, वो होगा, you don't want to eventually be born in a certain way, karma, we hear all of these things, but to give a comedy twist to it, it's not easy. Tell me, what were the hiccups that you faced while probably writing this, understanding and creating this world, because it's not an easy world to create?
Yeah, so for me, I've always been, so I think there's a lot of, so since childhood, actually, I've always been very attracted to mythology and folklore. So I've always consumed it, not just Indian, but across the world. I've always been excited about that. And as a filmmaker, I always feel that it's our job to tell stories that sort of illuminates our lives, illuminates the hearts of the people who watch it. And that's the responsibility I always feel. If there's anything that I carry, if I feel I should carry, is that people should feel that, okay, they have seen something nice. And personally also, I've always liked inventive stories and magical stories, and I want to give that shine to people's eyes when they watch it. So that was always the goal when I was writing Cargo, and it was written with that sort of purity, with the idea of that, that I hope by the end of the film, they have fun, they see this world, but the end of it, they go back thinking more about their own life, that they feel better about whatever is happening to them, because what is high, what is low, everything is finite, but you just have to be happy. You just have to appreciate, treasure small delicate moments, because that constitute life.
Yeah, Shweta, coming back to you here, writing part में जो hiccups थे, obviously Aarti has shared. But tell me, as an actor, you have to imagine this world. You have to imagine, and there is this technology which is involved, and any movie which involves this comes with its own challenges for an actor as well, right? What were the challenges that you faced when you were shooting for this? Because there's so much going on. Yeah.
सो ये पंकज त्रिपाठी ने कहा था कि कई बार अच्छी राइटिंग का क्रेडिट लोग एक्टर्स को दे देते हैं. सो क्या होता है कि अगर आपके पास मटेरियल है, अगर आपके पास वो सारी इंफॉर्मेशन है दैट यू नीड एज एन एक्टर टू पोर्ट्रे योर कैरेक्टर, then our life is much easier. In fact, I remember when I went to set the first time, I said, can I stay here? Because I wanted to have that feel of being isolated, of being in a spaceship where there is no other interaction. But obviously, valid reasons are allowed. But the
Yeah.
thing is, the set, the props, the costume, the text, it gave us so much that it made our journey of being from Shweta to Juvishka much easier. So there is actually very little that we had to do to put that mode on that we are अब हम पृथ्वी में नहीं है, हम अब पुष्पक 634A में है. सो वो अगर अच्छी राइटिंग होती है ना तो आपको एक्टर की काफी मेहनत बच जाती है क्योंकि वो आ जाती है. जब वो राइटिंग का सपोर्ट नहीं होता, जब ऑल दीज मटेरियल्स नहीं होते हैं, तब इज व्हेन यू हैव टू हाथ पैर मार के कि जितना भी है आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन या मटेरियल तो आप वो उससे अब ग्रो करते हो. बट इन दिस केस आई एम श्योर इवन Massey would agree that Aarti literally she took a hand and she held it and she just guided us the right way.
But tell me something now, Aarti. We always talk about budgets. We always talk about कि sci-fi film बनानी हो या ये genre की बनानी हो, तो we don't have that kind of budget.
Yeah.
But you are sort of proving it wrong with this movie because in limited budget में आप इतना अच्छा offer कर रहे हो, इतनी अच्छी movie offer कर रहे हो, what do you think of this entire block that people usually have in their minds, somewhere that you need big budgets to make good movies? I believe that people like you are shattering those kind of thought process as well.
Yeah, I agree. And this mindset has done a major disservice to sci-fi as a genre, because the benchmark for sci-fi are these blockbuster Hollywood films. So everybody in India, the moment you give them a sci-fi, they'll feel ki itna best, how would, and so it becomes justifiable when producers say no to a sci-fi because they're so scared that, and then when you will do it on lower budget, you're worried about the production quality, which was genuinely a worry for me as a director. It used to, of course, making a science fiction is a very pre-production heavy film, and it's also a very post-production heavy film. There's no doubt about it. The amount of energy it takes from you to get your details right, especially when we don't have the luxury of cutting to a big shot where you will throw CGI and throw money to make it look pretty. What we really worked on were the details. We tried to get the details right, the references right. In fact, if you will see the form, which is the cargo inspection form. So, in fact, we referred, when we were making our film, we referred everything, right from the lowest budget space film to Gravity to Interstellar to everything. But one thing that we really picked on was that in real spaceship, the astronaut used paper and pen to make notes. As that we can afford in our budget, So let's try to focus on that. So we carefully chose stuff that we thought we could. In fact, even see in spaceship, there are canvas bags that are hung that will give that sense that a spaceship. In fact, our spaceship was also, the set was built in 2 parts because we never had enough budget to make the entire spaceship together. So we first shot the first half. We reused the same stuff to create the other part. We shot the remaining part. So there was a lot of planning that went behind it, and that's why I said So if we do the right planning, if we get the detailing right, and if we have a team that's enthusiastic and that believes in the film, I think it starts with that. What Shweta is saying, that I think it is also important for actors to really bring their conviction to the story, not just in their performance, but as a team member. Because when we are creating this project, they operate at multiple levels, and they did wonderful job. Both Shikra, both having Shikra, I'm just making a both Shraddha and Vikrant, like
Vikrant.
both of them like did a wonderful job.
But Shweta, tell me something. When budgets are not just a concern for the producer, we have known actors who would sign up a project knowing कि ये इतना budget की है and इतना इनका इतना box office उसका होगा, and first calculating the entire budgetary of a project. For what is more important to you when a project comes to you? Do you also look at these aspects कि कितना पैसा लगेगा, क्या प्रोडक्शन होगा, एंड ऑफ कोर्स कितना बॉक्स ऑफिस में कमाएगी, एंड देन
there is definitely there are people who give a lot of other things priority, and I think that comes from experience and how you've been brought up and the experiences that you've had while growing up. Now for me, what I learned from my parents and my sister was quality is more important than anything. My dad's an IAS officer, mom's a teacher, both retired now. तो वो बचपन से जो हम प्लेस देखने जाते थे, म्यूजिक फेस्टिवल्स जाते थे, तो कहीं ना कहीं पढ़ाई बहुत जरूरी थी, बट ऑल्सो आप कल्चरली कितने डेवलप हो रहे हो, दैट वाज इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट. एंड आई थिंक दैट इज समथिंग दैट आई हैव ग्रोन अप विद, एंड थैंकफुली इट वाज नेवर हाउ मच आई एम अर्निंग बट व्हाट आई एम डूइंग. And I've been having said that, I'm fortunate enough that I don't have to earn for a family. So I think it's very important to be aware also that you have people to support you. In fact, there were times where I was hardly making any money, and in fact जो भी projects हो रहे थे, they weren't the kind of projects जहाँ से you can buy what you want and travel how you want, but it is what you make peace with. You have to choose, and I'm very grateful उस वे में, because अगर आप करेक्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स करोगे तो कभी ना कभी, आज नहीं तो कल, वो पैसा आ जाएगा. Having said that, yes, it is very important for a film that what is the platform it's getting. For example, it matters to me that my film, my work comes on Netflix or on Amazon Prime Video, because more than anything, they will make sure that the reach is there. पैसा आएगा जाएगा, पॉपुलैरिटी, इंस्टाग्राम फॉलोअर्स आएंगे जाएंगे, पीक आपके होगी, रिलीजेस जब होती हैं फिर आप नीचे हो गए. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी अवेयर एज एन आर्टिस्ट, बिकॉज अदरवाइज द अदर थिंग्स, इफ दे become of more value than the content, then I think there is a problem. But again, this is for me. I'm sure every artist का अलग अलग होता है.
Because we are all talking about the outsider insider thing, you have managed to pave your way through all of this and choose projects which you want to do and get the right kind of project which you think is right for you, right? But was there, Shweta and Aarti, to both of you, in your own respective ways, I want to ask, what were the hiccups that you probably faced because of this entire tag that people associate within the industry, audiences themselves?
I think tag देना या किसी को एक बॉक्स में डालना, लेबल करना, is the laziest thing to do. Everybody has their own set of struggles. If you give me the option that would I be want to be born as a star kid, the answer is no. I am very happy with my journey, and उनकी भी struggle, just because they don't talk about it, what they go through, I am pretty sure is not easy. But nobody talks about that. Everybody talks about the advantages and privileges that a star kid has. But I really think कि सबका अपना अपना स्ट्रगल होता है. हम अपने काम पे अगर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करें, देन वो हिकअप सबको होंगे, उनको अपना करने दो. हम सबका काम आ रहा है प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे. सो आई थिंक सबसे बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो ऑडियंस की है, दैट व्हाट आर यू वाचिंग. आर यू वाचिंग समथिंग बिकॉज it's all glamorous and beautiful, and sure, that's also important, because you need that little break from reality. आपको maybe अगर आप you're having a hard day, आप घर जाके हरामखोर नहीं देखने वाले हो, आप मसान नहीं देखने वाले हो. You want to watch something which is takes you into a different space. But again, so the onus is on the viewers कि आपको जो देखना है, डिमांड सप्लाई का काम है. तो आपको जो बिलीव करना है, आप अच्छा कंटेंट देखो. एंड वी हैव सम फैबुलस पीपल. लेट्स से आई डोंट बिलीव इन द इनसाइडर आउटसाइडर आल्सो, बिकॉज व्हेन डू आई बिकम एन इनसाइडर? बिकॉज व्हेन आई हेल्प समबडी, सो आई वुड लाइक टू बिलीव आई एम एन इनसाइडर, तो अब आरती और हमने एक फिल्म कर ली, तो वो आई थिंक इट्स बहुत ट्रिकी मर्की लाइन है. आई थिंक सबको सपोर्ट करना चाहिए. आई सॉ गुंजन सक्सेना एंड जानवी सो लवली इन इट. तो मैं जबरदस्ती हम नेगेटिविटी क्यों बुलाएं? ले प्यार फैलाओ यार, पॉजिटिविटी सपोर्ट करो सबको.
या बाद में वरना कार्गो में ही जाना पड़ेगा.
वो
आउटसाइडर, वो कार्गो वाले आउटसाइड में, आउटर स्पेस में.
Yeah, so I feel that in like I in I mean, we decided to make a spaceship in which like the concept was far removed, and we are having a worldwide premiere in in Netflix. I mean, it's such a redundant discussion outside and inside in 2020 because everybody is having a platform. Everybody can tell the stories they want to tell. So I think it's like, we should just fight it out. Like, I think there's no stopping anyone making a film. There are no gatekeepers, or there's no boundary which is making anybody inside or outside. We are all out there, So there are so
I think
many
it's all
avenues.
here.
Yeah, it's all here. Yeah. In reality, there's no
Yeah.
inside and outside. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Thank you
I
so
feel
much,
that.
both of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you so much,
Bhavna.
both of you.